Guys, it's just me again, Mike Clark, MCPT. Hope you're doing well today. First and foremost, just want to say thank you to a couple of people who have taken time to feedback and email me and contact me and text me direct to say thank you for the videos that I've posted and just some very kind words from them. I won't mention their names, I'll keep that anonymous. So, a little bit of an update from me. Trained legs yesterday. I did post a video of squats that I did. First time 10 months since I herniated my disc in my back, my L5S1. Yesterday was the first day that I've moved any real numbers on the V squat machine, front facing this time instead of back facing. Since I moved 308 kg, so 667 pounds for anyone. It would depend on whether you're American, English, European on your measurements, but 308 kilos, 667 pounds for 5 reps. Very pleased. Other than the inevitable DOMs that you would get from such an exercise, I don't actually have any pain in my back. It's the first time in, well, obviously since prior to the injury, that I've had no pain in my back after trying to or achieving to train legs. So, in fact, the worst pain I've got, and two pains, is my calves. I love training calves. I've got big calves. I absolutely battered my calves yesterday after I'd finished with my squats and hamstrings and leg press, etc. But last night I had a little bit of an accident, an argument with a piece of wood, and I think I've broken my big toe. So yeah, don't impact wood with your toe, because the wood will win and you will end up with a splint on your toe. Albeit I've splinted it myself. I've broken toes in the past. Bit of a silly thing to do, really, limping around. So thankfully I did legs yesterday. Hopefully by next week I should be in a position where I can be a bit more weight bearing on it, but I'm walking a bit like Bambi today. So reason for the video today, one of the things I was asked was about different styles of training, different methods of training. Style of training that I follow and that I tend to do is periodized training. Periodization is basically the systematic planning of athletic or physical training. Okay, you set yourself an end goal. You work towards it in small periodic chunks. If we're going to break it down into layman's terms, that's effectively how it works. Okay, there is no science between it. In layman's terms, like I say, I want to keep things simple. Not because I think you're stupid, because I don't. I believe that you're all very intelligent people, but I don't want to overcomplicate matters for the sake of overcomplicating them. Periodisation training has been around for a very, very long time. It started and was modelled on a thing called General Adaptation Syndrome, GAS, which describes the biological responses to stress. So if you can imagine periodisation breaking things down into blocks and working towards a target, your body will react to stress, progressive overload, things like that. Okay, so again, keep things simple, keep things short for you today. Periodization for me works. I'm very target orientated individual. I like to work towards a target, achieve a target, set a new target, move on, and so on and so on. Okay, so within the theory of the planning of the periodization, not the thing. Sorry, apologies. You have three main components, and this is really sort of the most scientific, complex part of it that I will go to. You have what's called the macro cycle. The macro cycle is effectively your annual plan, your end goal, where you're looking to be and where you're looking to get to. Okay, you have the three phases in the macro cycle. You have preparation, competitive, and transition. Okay, preparation, clues in the name, preparing, competing. Again, clues in the name, competing. Transition, this is the one where people are a little bit not too sure of. Transition is getting your body back to homeostasis. If you can imagine an athlete that's been training, let's use bodybuilders, personal trainer. I'm an aspiring bodybuilder. One day I hope to compete if my body isn't made of glass, as I do believe it to be. Bodybuilders, they go through a 12, 16, 20 week prep. And I know of guys who did a peer of mine who's very well respected, did a 10-month prep very recently. And to reverse yourself back out of there, to get yourself back to homeostasis, equilibrium, is as tough, if not tougher, than getting yourself to peak to the point of competitive. Okay, so as I say, within the macro cycle, you have preparation, competition, and transition. Then underneath your macro cycle, you have what's called the mesocycle. Mesocycle represents a phase of training which is normally a duration between 2 to 6 weeks, or microcycles, which we'll cover off in a second. But again, this really varies sport to sport, discipline discipline to discipline even. Mesocycle really can be defined as a number of continuous weeks where the training program emphasises the same type of physical adaptations. And for example, perfect example is bodybuilders. You work the same plan 6-12 weeks to achieve maximum muscle gain, muscle maintenance, fat loss, things like that, anaerobic capacity, etc., etc. During the preparatory phase, so the preparation part of the phase, a mesocycle commonly consists of 4 to 6 microcycles, which we're coming on to shortly. While during the competition phase, it normally consists of 2 to 4 microcycles, depending on the competition and the calendars and the diaries. And again, sport to sport, discipline to discipline. Microcycle. And we'll relate this again, personal training, my background's bodybuilding, I'm a bodybuilding fanatic, and it's what I aspire to be one day, hopefully, if not, but certainly a bodybuilding prep coach. That's where my love of fitness really lays, is more in the bodybuilding side of things, body recomposition. Microcycle is typically a week because of the difficulty in developing a training plan that doesn't really align itself to a lot of things, mainly the weekly calendar. So what I would relate it to, in a term that you guys more likely have heard is a thing called peak week that guys go through, especially in bodybuilding. So that would be an example of a microcycle. So macrocycle, mesocycle, microcycle. Okay, so the final bits I just wanted to cover off and just go back over again. So, as I say, periodisation, it works for me. I work, excuse the language, I work a sort of a bastardised version of it. I work towards a goal, I achieve a goal, and then, I tell a lie, just step back. My goal this year, starting weight, is 100 kilos. By the end of the year, I want to be 110. I've got it broken down into cycles within that I want to achieve, and I want to achieve what to then achieve my end goal of being about 110 kilos and have a body mass of about 14-15%, have body fat of about 14-15% by the year end. Okay, so within the annual plan, as I said, the 3 main parts to it are your preparatory phase. The phase consists of general preparation, specific preparation. You really subdivide this into 3 categories. There's a base, a creation phase, and an objective even. Sorry, apologies again. A little bit dosed up on painkillers with my toe. You have your competitive phase. Again, the clue is in the name. I'm not going to teach you to suck eggs. You know what that is. Transition phase. For me, this is the most important part. If I'm training an athlete, especially anyone who would consider themselves to be anywhere near an elite athlete, transition phase is equally, if not more so, important to me as a coach than getting them through the preparatory and getting them into the competitive phase. The transition phase back out into homeostasis, equilibrium, and back to what society would deem normal health is equally, if not more so, important. So, guys, that's it. That's how I work. I work with periodisation training. Have a few clients that I work with that work to the same basis, but again, it's different strokes for different folks, and over time I'll cover off different little bits and bobs and different styles of training. So, thank you very much for listening, for watching. Thank you again to the guys that commented, to the guys who have emailed, the guys who have texted. It's very humbling that people are taking time out to listen to my voice, because, to be honest with you, I don't even like my voice sometimes. So, but it's nice, it's lovely. Just a little bit of shout out to Bulldog Genesis. You guys, this is where I train at. This is what I call my home. It's my little salvation. I will be back sooner rather than later. I'm not going to do a David Hay and retire because I've got a broken toe. I'm going to take a day off, sit indoors, do some paperwork, and watch one of my second loves, the wrestling on TV, the WWE Network. But that's just me. It's what I do in my private life. So hey ho. But thank you guys. Been a pleasure. No, I will try and more likely get one more up for you tomorrow. Over the weekend, going to be quiet. I'm going to spend some quality time with my girlfriend, my fiance. So a long time coming. She's going away soon with her work, and we're just going to spend some time together. And it's very much needed. Remember, and it's one thing I say to you: make sure you don't neglect your loved ones. Whether you're a personal trainer, whether you're a fitness enthusiast, this fitness can become all-consuming. It can become a very selfish endeavour. Never neglect your loved ones, whether that be your children, your fiancés, your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, whatever it may be. Never neglect your loved ones. Make sure you make time for them. So that's what I'm doing this weekend. And then on Sunday, I'm going down to the Phil Learning Seminar. So, guys, like I say, I'll try and get a video up tomorrow, Friday, just on a couple of other pieces. But thank you again. I will speak to you shortly. It's been a pleasure. Mike, MCPT, Facebook, www.facebook.com/MCPT. I'll put the rest of the details below, save me messing it up on the video. Cheers, guys. Have a good one. I'll speak to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.